palette. I like this palette. Next, we have this tropical palette by Doe Color. Doe Color, Doe Color. It has such pretty packaging, such pretty packaging. Look at it. So this is one of the palettes that I've never used. Well, actually, I've used a couple colors, but from what I used it for, I don't remember it being like as pigmented. I think that's why I just have it sitting, but I am gonna try it soon, and if I'm not feeling it, then I'm just gonna throw it away, because I'm not one for just having things sitting and being in the way, you know what I mean? But the packaging is pretty, and if the colors work, then that's gonna be great, because this is a beautiful palette. This is a slept on palette if the colors are as pigmented as they look. I love the red in this palette. I know it's hard to get a good red out of a palette, so hopefully it's solid. And then you have two reds, like a true red and then like an orange red, and then you have some pretty pinks, you have some blues and some greens and some yellows, shimmer, and just matte colors. So I really like that you get a range. And then on the sides, I would use those for eyeshadow colors, because I can't use them for like highlighting or bronzing or anything like that. And this I would probably use for an eyeshadow as well. So these could be used as blushes or bronzing colors, whatever you really need them for. But me, I just use them as eyeshadow colors. Q U E E N S L Y F E have, and it comes with a mirror, which is lovely. So this is a good palette, a slept-on palette, I'd say. Next is another shadow palette from Peachy Queen, and it also has a mirror. It has matte shades, shimmer shades, and glitters at the bottom. Glitters. So these are the colors. I rarely use it, but it has some solid colors in it. I'd say colors that I would use. First of all, these glitter colors are fire. You can't even really tell how I see them. Like, you can't see them how I see them, but they're fire. I'd use those. And I like this pink one here and this blue one for sure. The other colors are just like meh, you know. But this is a slept-on palette too. A lot of my palettes I don't really use. I mainly go for certain ones, but I don't know. That's just how it is, I guess, when you have a collection, right? Alright, so this palette is from Morphe. This is their 35B palette. This is a neutral toned palette that I tend to dig in for my face and for eyeshadow. This was a chocolate brown that fell out. Actually, that might have been a black. That was a black, but it fell out, and I'm so mad about that because it was a good black color. But I love this color for neutral looks and also for like contouring my face and things like that. So I use this one a lot for my eyeshadow. I use this one for contouring my face, and I just dip into different colors. I use this one for like my brow bone area and my lid. So there are certain colors that I like to use more than others, but overall this palette is a good one. Here is another palette by Morphe. This is their 24G Grand Glam palette. Grand Glam. Another neutral one, and it's cool. Like, it has like the shimmers, it has the mattes, and I think it's like half and half. I like this color, this color. I like these right here for the lid. These are just some nice colors, and I can always use the darker ones for my face. I could actually use some of these for like blushes, so I do like multi-purpose palettes, and that's exactly what this is here. So this is another slept-on palette that I rarely pick up because I use the other one more often, but this is a solid one as well. This is a palette called Summer Nights. I do not remember what brand this was. A company sent me this years ago when I used to do makeup on Facebook Live. But this is how the palette looks. You have your shimmers and mattes, and you have the glitters at the bottom. The glitters. You have some pretty unique glitters here. I like that you have a red. It reminds me of Valentine's Day. You have this pretty pink. And then you have like this chocolate brown, which is different, right? And you have some golds, two different golds. You can never go wrong with gold glitter if you ask me. I don't know about this white one. I tried to use it for something, but it just didn't really work for me. And then you have like some pretty warm shades here. So you have like some reds and some pinks. Nice neutral tones for the lids. Soft pretty pinks there. This is a good color for the brow bone, this really white one, because it'll give it like a shimmer and also just brighten up that brow bone there. I'd actually use that one if I had a brush in front of me and put it on my brow bone so you guys could see. And then here you have this line of just like brown shades, but they're all just a bit different. So this is a cool palette. Next is this Kingdom Glow palette, and it's called Glory. So it has a mirror on it, a messy mirror. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really use my mirrors, my eyeshadow mirrors like I used to, because I have like this circular face mirror. So I mean, I might use it depending. It just depends on how much eyeshadow I'm doing. Like if I'm really doing a detailed look, then I'll go for the eyeshadow palette mirror, because I don't know, it's just closer to me. I can really look at the details and things like that. But normally I just look at my face mirror that I bought. But anyway, you have a row of matte colors, and then you have a row of glitters. I definitely sleep on this palette. I don't use it enough. I love said before. And then these are the colors. These are the colors. It's a different type of palette. I like the range. I like that the range is different. You have nice shimmer shades in here, and then just a couple of matte shades, which are different. Like this blue I never used, and this grayish color. I've used these just to challenge myself because I don't really wear colors like that on my eye. And then you have like some pretty neutral but blush type shades. I have used this one maybe twice, and then I've used these colors for like neutral eyeshadow looks on the lid. So I really like these for that. You just have like some nice different colors on here. Like I look at this palette like a challenge because a lot of these colors I don't really wear often. So this is like an eccentric different palette, and I don't know, it's special to me. Next is another Peachy Queen palette with the mirror. This mirror is a little more clean than the others because I don't really use this palette like that. But look at this pretty pastel purple. I really like this color here, and I think this green one is different. I've used it before. You have like all three of these are shimmers as well. Nothing really hops out, you know, jumps out at me about those specific colors, but and then I like these two colors, the purple and the pink, the purple and the pink. This I'd use for like my brow lid. I said my brow lid, my brow bone area, or like my lid. But it's nothing like special, so this is an okay palette for me. But I really do like this purple as my favorite color in this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so next is another Juvia's Place palette, and this is their Saharan 2 palette. Okay, so I like that they put different names on them. You can't really see, but under each color there's a name. And I like this palette for their neutral tones because that's mainly what you get here. I like this peachy color. I feel like I need to use it on my lid soon. This blue is different. I really like that. This brown here I can definitely use for my face or my eyes, so I really like that. I think I want to use this plum color. I've used this plum on my eyes before with like a soft pink on the lid, and it was fire. I love plum eyes, so I think I might do that real soon for the holidays. And I don't know, everything else is just like again, this is a brow bone color. I like to put bright shimmer shades in my brow bone, and I wish I would have had that today, but I don't. So that's this palette. What I will say is I like the freaking packaging. Isn't that pretty? I thought that was just so pretty. Here is another Morphe palette. If you guys didn't know, Morphe palettes are very basic on the outside. This is a colored palette that they don't have anymore. I remember this palette used to be very popular. This is their 35B palette. They discontinued it, but this was a very popular palette because of the color range. You got your blues, your purples, your greens, your pinks, oranges, and peaches, and a couple yellows, and then you have a black as well and a white. So this was a pretty popular palette. I remember. I'm so glad that I got it before it got discontinued because I don't know, I just feel special. Like, yeah, I got it before they stopped making it, you know. But I've used this palette a lot. I've used this palette like for this color a lot, for this pink, this purple. As you can see, it hit the pan. I definitely use it for black almost in every color. This is the palette that I go for the black. I used it under my eyes today very lightly, and I've used this color for like the brow bone. There's just different colors that I've used over time. This purple, I've just used a lot of these colors in this palette because they're bold, they're true to color, they're pigmented, they're just everything. So this is a solid palette for sure. Next is this Saharan blush volume palette, and yes, I'm showing you a blush palette because it can be used as an eyeshadow palette. So these matte colors can be used in the background of the eyes and the crease, and the shimmer colors can be used on the lid. The matte colors can be used on the lid too, but I had to make sure you guys knew that this is a multi-purpose palette. It's cool. I like to mainly use it for the middle color to put on as a blush. That's what I'm wearing today. eyeshadow palette. Nice little pinks there, flirty pinks, you know, little feminine cunty pinks. So I like this palette here, and of course the packaging. The packaging is really pretty. Alright, so I have this B by Ruby Beauty, something like that. No, is that Bub's Beauty? That is, I think that's something like that. I don't remember, but she's a YouTube makeup artist. Well, not YouTube makeup artist, but she's known for doing makeup on YouTube, and I used to watch her a long time ago, and I got this palette because of her. So I've had this palette for years, and I've hit ban on 2 colors because I like to use them for neutral shades. It has just some nice shimmer colors, and you have like this pretty purple hair and this like darker purple brow bone shade type color, and just some warm shimmer neutral shades. You have this pretty champagne color too that you can use on the lid or the brow bone, and this deep chocolate color. So this was a different palette. I wasn't crazy about it. Well, I'm not crazy about it now, but back then I was in love with it. This was one of my favorite palettes that I used to pull out. Okay, so we have this Kingdom Glow Cosmetics palette in Summer Bliss, and I've never used this palette, but it's really cute. I love the size of it. It's so cute, and it has some like neon shades. I guess because I haven't been into color eyeshadow for a long time. Like I used to do all the different colorful looks. That was my thing for a very long while, but I stopped, and I need to use this for this black because I'll be needing a black. So hopefully this is a solid palette where it's pigmented and it's really true to color. I'm not sure because I've never used it, but it has some pretty colors in it. So maybe in the future I'll give this palette a shot. We have this Kingdom Glow Cosmetics Mini Nude palette. Mini Nude. I love how small it is. I can throw it in my purse if I need to, you know. If I'm rushing and just need to do some eyeshadow. It has these 4 little colors. It has this like purple, brownish type color. It has this color that I like to dig in, and I use it for my nose contour. And then these 2 random nude colors. So this one's a pretty cute palette. And then my last palette. This is a Bobbi Brown palette, and it came with brushes. It came with an eyeliner, and I believe that was a pencil. I could be wrong, but this was gifted to me, and this is a special palette. I mainly have this up for display. On display, I don't really use it that often, but it has some nice shimmer colors. It has some blush shades at the bottom. I really like this one here, and I could use this one for a nice flirty pink look, summer look. And the nudes are cool, they're different. So I mainly like to look at this palette more than I use it, but I like it. It's solid and it's special to me. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. Those are all of my eyeshadow palettes that I have currently at this time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I was supposed to tap a little bit more, but I hope it was still relaxing to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which palette you might be interested in. What did I put you on? Did I put you on to a new palette? Let me know. If you guys have a favorite eyeshadow palette, let me know too, because I haven't been shopping for makeup in a while. So if there's an eyeshadow palette that you guys really like,